Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am art. I am not me. I am art, and I am your host for I Am Smart. The quiz, my God, the quiz where people look to improve themselves and their art through learning. Yeah, it's a real practice. It really happens, and it really works. People strive to earn the right to say, yeah, baby, I am smart. Look at that. Not sure I'm happy with that green screen effect over there. We might sort that out a little bit later. The format of the quiz is very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to give you 3 rounds of questions for your brain. I'm going to give you 3 musings for your imaginosphere, and I'm going to give you a 2-point bonus round at the end. 20 points overall. That's what we're playing for. That's the ideal. Nobody's hit it yet, but it's all about the effort, yeah? Making that try. All you're going to need for this quiz is something to write with, something to write on. Optional is a beverage, because whilst it has absolutely nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a toast. I've got my beverage, and I hope you're all ready with your beverages as well. Here we go. To the tragic billionaire submariners. Guys, I'm sorry to start this off with a kind of a sad tone, but it is the story that has captivated the world this week. And I just wanted to raise a glass to those guys, those brave guys, and say, yeah, we're thinking of you. We're thinking of you. Regardless of what anybody thinks of them, must be one of literally the worst ways to die at all. And here's the thing, guys. The thing that has bamboozled me all week is to see people making jokes about it. People say, oh, well, it's a fewer billionaires in the world. Oh, billionaires by their nature are unethical. Oh, they have built their fortune on exploitation. By default, there's literally no way for you to earn honestly $1 billion, and therefore anybody who claims to have earned $1 billion is unethical and a bad person. Therefore, it's okay to make jokes. I want you to know, guys, throughout the whole of this quiz episode today, I will not be making any jokes about the tragic billionaire submariners, okay? I wouldn't sink that low. To them. Here we go. One more. Double up. Got to get that. Got to drink all that water in a positive way. Here we go. Hello, Smarties. How are we? I've not even bothered. Not even bothered with the thing today because it is just too warm. How are we doing? Definitely not Duda. Hello to you. Let's quiz. I hope that is just merely the sound of your body vibrating with anticipatory pleasure. I know I'm vibrating, and I hope you all are as well. Nana Hobbob, is it time to quiz? What luck. It's always time to quiz when I am live, although maybe not for too much longer. There's a little teaser for you. Acton, anyone else multitasking quiz with Elton at Glasgow? Elton John, my word. Competing with the king and the queen of pop, Elton John. I appreciate, Acton, you giving me 50% of your attention with Elton. And I'm sure Elton is as well. He appreciates that 50% and respects me in the way that I respect him. He loves my singing. I know that. I could tell you a tale, although it probably didn't happen. But I have a memory of it happening. AOL Time Warner official, rich people just can't catch a break. They're just like us. Right? Absolutely. It's difficult for everybody, you know? Everybody needs to really kind of think about the dangers inherent in their holidays, you know? Poor people get ripped off, you know, maybe with a hotel. Oh, they said that there was a play area for the children. Turns out it's just a fenced-in yard and a couple of deflated footballs and a spray-painted Eric Cartman on the fence. Or is that really a kid's area? Is that just a holding pen? I'm annoyed. I want my money back. For rich people, for billionaires, the little tiny submarine that I went on down to the bottom of the ocean, in a kind of a part of the planet that I absolutely shouldn't be in, and that I have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of technology just to stop me from dying. That can go wrong as well. Yeah, they're just like us. Just like us. Thank you, AOL Time Warner Official. That is a timely reminder. Cheers, cheers. TB Douglas, hello to you. Hello to you, cameraman George. A pleasure. A pleasure. As ever. As ever. What's very exciting is that not last week, but 2 weeks ago when we had our last episode, we had a dual winner. It was a unique situation whereby we had a tie break with TB Douglas and Definitely Not Duda getting the high points, being joint high point scorer. In any other circumstance, we'd have gone for a tiebreaker. Yes, we would. We'd have gone for a tiebreaker. But circumstances had changed. Definitely had already skedaddled, as I believe the French would say. And so we weren't able to do that. So I had to think on my feet, and I just said, well, let's just have two winners. Two winners. So this week, both Definitely Not Duda and TB Douglas will get to pick a round, which is very exciting. But what rounds are you going to choose from? To a prior engagement, indeed, definitely. I believe we worked out that it was some kind of society event. I believe Definitely was being introduced to society in a cotillion or quinceañera kind of situation where Definitely was blossoming into a wonderful young woman. Although I'd imagine with a dress with like safety pins in it and a bit torn, maybe on fire. Punk. Here are the rounds we've got this week. We've got Haikus Day, we've got Red Herring, we've got Spotlight, we've got Yay or Nay, we've got Movie Ladder, Alphabart, I Know That Voice, Who Dat Artiste, Nart, Song Lyrics, Anagram Ding Dong, and Order? Order? But what is Order? Order is a brand new round. A brand new round that we're trying out this week. It's a little more complicated than your usual round. So don't feel obliged to rush into it if you are feeling perhaps a little bit hungover. But if you want to try something new, it's there for you. So definitely, TB, you've got some options. While you make your choice, I'm going to try and see if I can sort out this little thing around here, because I was not happy with that. Do we need another? Do I have another clip? Another clip, would that work as a clip? That'll do. Oh no, that's visible. Oh, he's done it. He's absolutely pulled it out of the bag there. That's wonderful. New Order. Wonderful, Nana Hobob. New Order. Referencing the Manchester-based dance group, indie dance group of the late 80s and early 90s. I used to think that my day would never come, so there's been the morning sun that brings me near to my heartbeat. I must replace my fear. Wonderful stuff. They, of course, teamed up with the England football team to create arguably still the greatest football song of all time, World in Motion. So, yeah, lovely to think about New Order, isn't it? Every once in a while. You don't have to do it very often because, of course, they haven't released music in quite some time, I believe. But every once in a while, just think, wonder what New Order are up to. We have our choices. TB Douglas, Who Dat Artiste? Lovely choice, and Definitely Not Duda. Vote Alphabart. So now we, of course, have 2 choices, so we're only picking 1 round, which does mean that we are twice as likely that the round that I pick will be one of these 2 rounds that you've already chosen. So who knows what's going to happen here? This could be pretty exciting. Let's pick our final, the only extra round that we need. Should we pick it? I hear the music. As I tempted fate. I tempted it, and it tempted, and it was too tempted. If this is, oh no, it's everybody's favorite. It's Movie Ladder. Order, we'll have to wait for another week. How exciting to have that. It's kind of in that have your cake and eat it type situation, isn't it? Where on one hand you think, well, I want this new thing. But then on another hand, you think, well, maybe it's quite cool to leave that on the shelf for a little bit. Maybe that's quite cool to let fate decide when we're going to be getting, because then you know that it's there, it's waiting, and you know that when it arrives, it's absolutely going to kick your butt. Wonderful stuff. AOL Time Warner Official, prepared for absolute round selecting madness. I hope you weren't let down. Lovely stuff. So what have we got? What have we got? Delayed gratification. Absolutely, definitely not due to delayed gratification. Okay, so we've got Alphabet, we've got Who Dat Artiste, and we've got Movie Ladder. So what have we got for these musings? That's quite tricky. That is... Oh, that's quite interesting. It's got nothing to do with the movies. Oh, no, it does. No, it does. And then this one, we've got... That's kind of weird as well. Okay, so let's start with Alphabet. Let's move on to Movie Ladder. And let's finish with Who Dat Artiste. Let's try that. Okay. Are we all ready? Gosh, we're all ready. I'm excited. This is going to be a good round. Alphabet. Here we come, baby. Alphabet, of course. At some point, we just need to categorize everything, don't we? We just need to make sure that we've covered all art. So at some point, we're going to have to do it all. And how better than just by going through alphabetically? So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. What's going to make it easier for you is that the answer to each of these questions is going to begin with our letter of the round. And our letter of the round we've got 2 this time is F. Oh, F. So all of the answers will begin with F. If it's a person, the F will be the first letter of the first part of their last name. So as it says in the example in the chat, Sacha Baron Cohen would be a B. Former Dutch footballer Marco van Basten would be V. Okay, you understand what we're doing. And let's go for fabulous as AOL Time Warner Official. Getting in the spirit with the F there, much appreciated. Let's have a look at question number 1. In which movie did Glenn Close infamously, which as we all know from The Three Amigos means more than famously, create the phrase bunny boiler? Excuse me, I'm just going to finish off posting a little Instagram thing just to remind people that I'm live. I didn't get to do it before because the economy. Absolute mess. Let's just do that. It's 20 minutes late, but it might get somebody. Question number 2. Which Johann Wolfgang von Goethe novel focuses on a man making a deal with the devil? Now, you need to go through here your brain Rolodex, if you will, of all of the biggest Johann Wolfgang von Goethe novels. Okay, is it this one? Ooh, is it that one? Is it this one? Is it that one? I will say, not that I'm particularly into giving clues, but this is easier than you might think it is. Easier than you might think it is. Maybe focus on the second part more than the first. Question number 3. Who was the first actor to portray the Queen in the Netflix series The Crown? Not all of them. I don't need all of their names and date of births and social security numbers, or as they're British, it would be national insurance numbers. Just give me the first actor, okay? First actor to portray the Queen. So obviously her official birthday last week, the first one since her passing. Quite a difficult day for me, and I'm sure it was for all of you as well. I hope you celebrated privately and respectfully. Maybe playing with your dog. Maybe being disappointed in your children. Maybe wearing some jewelry that hasn't always belonged to you. Whatever it might be, I hope it was a respectful and affirming day for you. Question number 4. What musical term can refer to a note that is a semitone lower than a normal note? I'll ask that again. What musical term can refer to a note that is a semitone lower than a normal note? So you're hitting your regular note like this, but maybe if it's a little bit lower, it might be a little bit like this. I don't know. I'm not particularly a singer. I mean, I can sing, but I'm not particularly a singer, so I don't necessarily know whether that was correct. But I hope that you received that effort in the spirit with which it was intended. And final question of this round. Which UK band's t-shirt became a plot point in a season 3 episode of Friends? I'll ask that once more times. Which UK band's t-shirt became a plot point in a season 3 episode of Friends? Pretty famous one. Pretty famous band. Pretty famous show. Pretty famous episode. So, again, whilst it might seem quite unfair for me to expect you to know a specific plot point from a specific episode of a specific TV show, I think it's a reasonable question to ask. I think it's a reasonable question to expect people to know the answer to. And that's the last question of the round, guys. If you need to see any of those again, please do let me know. But whilst we do that, we're going to get on with that musing. The musing, of course, today, per a suggestion from T.B. Douglas last time we played a round of Alphabet, the answer is going to be in the form of an F word as well. Create and describe a new artistic painting technique beginning with F. Tricky? Yeah. Tricky. Am I pushing you? Yeah. Do I think you can handle it? You betcha. Yeah. Absolutely gosh golden right I am. I think you got this, guys. TB Douglas, I may have pushed this too far. Well, the suggestion from TB was just to have the answer beginning with F as well. And I thought that was quite a cute idea. It was tricky to come up with a thing. And maybe this will be one and done, depending on the answers. We'll see how easy people find this. just some different way of painting, you know. You've got your little pointillism but that begins with P. What are some other artistic painting techniques? I see them these days where it's all very thick paint and you can get the texture. I don't know what that's called necessarily, but that could be a thing. What are you painting with? Both in terms of the type of paint or the implement that you're using to project that paint onto something. Spray painting, that's a type of painting. All of these things just really, I think this is fine. I think you're gonna get this. Let's go back to main. Oh no, that always happens, doesn't it? That always happens because I forget to, because once the video finishes, it kind of goes back to this, and I kind of forget that I've turned it on, so I need to turn it off. But I don't always do it. How's everybody doing today? How are we all doing? You all doing good? I'm having a great time. I've got 8 viewers, and I'm feeling fine. Should we run a 1-minute ad? Let's run a 1-minute ad just quickly, just in between the rounds. So we've got, so in terms of new things here, we've got obviously the order, the new round. We've also got a new, if someone does Finding Jesus, we've got a new background for that and a bit of music, because sometimes that can slow everything down. So there's a little bit of music there just to keep interest up while I am going to find Jesus. We've got some new emotes, actually. They haven't come through yet. I believe they might still be pending approval, because obviously, you know, Twitch have to do that, don't they? They can't just allow anybody to upload anything and that immediately becomes a thing. Pending approval. How long is that going to take, though? How long is that going to take? Well, that's a shame. But there will be, there's an animated emote coming out, which I'm very excited about. Maybe that'll come up next week. And one to celebrate croc points. Of course, croc points, those of you who don't know, I'm just trying to wrap my brain for F words for these answers, but just one keeps on standing out to me. Not very helpful. I'm always thinking of frogs as well. They're lovely guys, and they do a lot of good in the community. TB Douglas redeemed What Is Art? Oh, I had this. Yep, I've got a What Is Art. Don't think you can catch me unawares with a What Is Art. A little 500 drops of imaginosphere. Let's see what we got. When you need a cable or a wire, but when you pull it out of the drawer, it's all tangled, so you just give it a yank, even though that never works. But it does work, unraveling perfectly into a several sleek big wire. That is art. Maybe a little too wordy. Maybe a touch too wordy. But basically, that was based around the idea, if I can explain that one. Basically, when you need a wire, an HDMI cable, or some kind of charger, and you pull it out of the drawer and it's all just a big tangled mess, your instinct is always, rather than having to feed it all through and work it all out, I'm just going to yank it. And that never works, even though that is our first instinct. It never works. But what if it did work? Because sometimes it does. That's art. That's what I was thinking there, and I hope that was worth 500 drops of imaginosphere. Movie ladder, yeah, I'd love to. Climbing the ladder, look at him. He's climbing the ladder. Wonderful stuff. Is it movie ladder or is it just ladder? No, it's movie ladder. There we go. Movie ladder, guys, I'm gonna you need to be able to know how things are linked, okay? That's basically what we're doing here. We're linking stuff. All art is connected, okay? Paintings and radio jingles and caricatures and impressions of animals, okay? And another example of how things are linked is movie ladder. I'm going to give you a ladder, guys. I'm going to give you a ladder, but instead of rungs, the movies, yeah? And all you need to do is tell me what goes in between those rungs. You'll get it when you see it. You'll get it when you see it, and you're going to see it right now. Asteroid City is the new Wes Anderson film. Do not say Wes, because that's wrong. Okay, that is incorrect. Okay? Asteroid City is Wes Anderson's new film. So I thought, well, let's go for a movie ladder Asteroid City vibe. So we've got Asteroid City. We've got Elvis, the one that came out last year. We've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood from 2019, maybe. Babylon from last year. Big bust, that film. Fight Club from 1999. And then we're finishing up with a Wes Anderson film. That's the connection between the top and bottom. Of course, Asteroid City, Moonrise Kingdom, both Wes Anderson films. Each of these slots in between is an actor that was in the film above and below. So somebody who is in Asteroid City and Elvis, who is in Elvis and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, who is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Babylon, etc., etc., etc. You understand, you get it. I'm going to give you a few minutes to fill that one out. Very exciting. AOL Time Warner Official. I've got S video cables out the wazoo over here. S video cables, AOL Time Warner Official. You have my sympathy. You absolutely have my sympathy. My business strategists assured me it was the foolproof method of video interfacing of the future. And it was. Because here's the thing. The future is always changing. Yeah? The future is always changing. You can see that in every science fiction movie ever made. You look at a science fiction movie from the 70s, from the 60s, from the 50s, and what they think is the future looks suspiciously like the 70s or the 60s or the 50s even. And so your business strategists, AOL Time Warner Official, were absolutely on the nose when they said that, because they were of the future. But in the past, the future of the past, which is at one point was the present, but is now the past again, because we've moved past the present into the future of the present, which is today, really could be described as now. Because they're old. Oh, old video interfacing. S video cables. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then maybe you're in denial. Here's a little tip. I always tell people they're in denial. Because then however they respond to it, whether they say, yes, I am in denial, or no, I'm not in denial, you're right. Little tip for you there. Little tip for you. Asteroid City, Elvis, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Babylon, Fight Club, and Moonrise Kingdom. That's where you're getting your 5 brain points, but where are you getting your 1 musing point? Very simply, it's from here. Aliens come to our planet, Asteroid City. That's kind of the concept of it, as I have gleaned from the trailer. You are tasked with organizing a group of 4 people to welcome them to Earth and give them the best impression of our big blue marble. This is our best and brightest, okay? You're one of them, obvs. But which 3 celebrities do you choose to join you? Yeah, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of an interesting musing, this one. A welcome party. The UFO, flying saucer, or whatever it is. Maybe it looks like a big tree, or just a sphere, or maybe it's kind of looks like a flying Toyota Yaris. We don't know. We just don't know what it's going to look like. But that pops down, the aliens pop out, and then 4 people step forward. You're first there with a laurel or a bottle of lightly sparkling Perry, or a book or whatever gift you want to give, and there are 3 people backing you up as like a little crew, a little welcome to Earth crew. You get to choose who they are. Who are they? I'm annoyed that those emotes haven't worked. Or, they will work because obviously there's no, boobs or fannies on them. But it's a shame that they're not sorted today. I did only do them earlier. Maybe Twitch doesn't work on a Sunday? I mean, gosh, come on. Not difficult. I get free standard emotes as well. What is... Oh, so those are only subscriber emotes. So I need... Oh, okay. So I can give some emotes... Follow a emote... Oh, this isn't interesting for you. There we go. And that's that round done. We're on 36. We've got a bit of time. We're doing it. We're living it. We're dreaming it. How many viewers have we got? 9. We're up 1. Thank you, viewer number 9, whoe'er you might be. And we're going to go with... Oh, TB Douglas. TB Douglas dropping the points here. 16-second chill dance party. Don't mind if I do. But of course, for those of you who might have forgotten, or those of you who might not know, AOL Time Warner Official, this might be before your time, the Most Week show. What we like to do occasionally is have a 16-second chill dance party. And I require 2 things from you. Obviously, I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to be having a great time. I'm going to be chilling out. What I'm going to require from you is, A, that you dance. Okay? SJBeck72, that's us. Sorry we're late. Just in time for the dancing, SJBeck72. And I hope you will dance with me. Even if it's just a shoulder shimmy, guys, that's all we need. That counts. Just moving your body to the music. And I also need a few emotes just around the screen. Whatever emotes you might wish to do, just express yourself. And then it'll just be a whole tumult of a real soup of emotes and dancing. We're already dancing. Okay. Gosh, I didn't realize I was holding you up. I do apologize. So let's go for a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Standing. Oh, look at all of those emotes. Delightful. Who is that, definitely? Some kind of blue-haired temptress. Wonderful stuff. Excellent, excellent, excellent work. I hope you're all dancing. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. I feel my vigors. I feel my vigors a little bit out of breath, actually. Maybe it wasn't quite so chill. Who that artiste? Let's find out. You need to know who these people are, guys. You need to know who artistes are. It's just that simple. If you're at a showbiz party, you see a famous person, you need to know who they are. If you say, hey, disgraced former head of Pixar, John Lasseter, how are you doing? And the person says, actually, I'm Oscar-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o. You're going to feel like a real boob, aren't you? So I'm going to show you some people, okay? I'm going to show you some artistes. Is it just who dat? I'm going to show you some artistes. But the pictures are going to be obscured in some way. I like to come up with a little scenario to help you in this instance. Scenario is very simple. I have developed a new hobby, okay? It's a brand new hobby. It's a hobby that nobody else has. And that hobby is very simply... Do I have a topic here? Yeah. My brand new hobby, for the purposes of this round, is very simply photobombing actresses born before 1973. That's what I'm all about, okay? For those of you who are quick on the math, you will have already worked out that means all of these actresses are over 50, okay? Which helps you immediately because there aren't that many of them. We don't allow that many of them, do we? We're going to be photobombing them And so you just need to let me know which actresses I'm photobombing, okay? Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Photobomb number 1. I tell you what, I'll let you behind the curtain here for a moment, if I may. If I may. I'm going to let you in behind the curtain. I didn't actually photobomb these actresses. What I did is I took red carpet photos of these actresses and I placed an image of myself in front of them, and I just blurred my picture a little bit. But I tell you what, and we're going to see it as we continue to go along. That's number 1. Here's number 2. It doesn't look bad, does it? It really doesn't look bad. I could be there. I could be there. And you know what? A photo bomb, it starts out as a kind of, can you get out of my way, please, dude? But then there's your icebreaker. Then all of a sudden, things are happening. Things are percolating. Maybe we strike up a little conversation. A couple of drinks, a little bit of dancing, you know? I'm just saying. Great work, says Nana Hobbob. Thank you. Thank you. I always appreciate compliments. Number 3. Who's that? Being a bit silly, this one, with the peace sign. Being a bit silly. I have to say, I know it's, you know me, guys. I'm a humble guy. I'm not one to blow my own trumpet. But this, to quote the great Nana Hobbob, this is great work. Number 4. Photobombing a photo by taking a photo? Who is this guy? He's just... Don't tell him the rules. He will rip that rule book up in front of you. And then it is a bit cheeky, isn't it? It is a bit cheeky. But again, the first point I'll make is that I didn't actually. And second of all, within the narrative, let's say, I photobomb for 1, and then I skulk out of the way. No, honestly, no, it's fine. Sorry, I was just being a little bit cheeky. You crack on. You have a great time. Looking beautiful, sweetheart. Looking absolutely beautiful. Something like that. Yeah. And then the final one. Who is that? Tricky. Trickiest one at the end. And those are your 5 ladies. If you need to see any of them again, please let me know. But whilst you're doing that, there's 3 peaks facing downwards. That stands for an M. Our musing is very simply, and again, it's a little bit of a conceptual one, so I'm going to wish you luck with this. Describe a photo, then tell me how you'd photobomb it. Yeah. Because, I could... There's always... Who's your favourite actress over 50? Great. That's fine. We're certainly not going to not have fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to learn a little bit about each other. But sometimes when you're rolling with your boy Notme, it's about taking it that step further. Yeah, it's about pushing it. Yeah, it's about saying, okay, so that's where we are. Where could we be? And I think where we could be is conjuring up a photo and then photobombing it photobombing a fictional photo that you've just made up? Yeah. It's getting weird. And if it scares you, don't run from it, okay? This is where we need to be. Yeah? This is where we need to be. Those are all your questions, guys. Those are all your questions. That's it. That's it, and that's all your questions. And I think you deserve a treat. So let's see if I can get you a treat. Let's see if I can get you a little treat. If you're a fan of mine on social media, and by God you should be, then this will have no surprises for you. But if you know, not everybody is. Not everybody is. Or do I do the one from next week? Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh no, let's do the song, because the song's quite good and it might get stuck in your head. Let's do the song. I don't know how big this is going to go, but let's fit to screen, and then let's just see how this works. No, that didn't work. Why is that not working? It should be fine, right? I can hear it, but I can't see it.
I saw this movie.
Sorry, no, that's not working at all. I don't know why it isn't. Makes no sense to me why it isn't, but let's see if we can just throw a little something in here. Throw a little something in here. It's media file. Let's just call it media file. That's fine. Is that going to be really big? Yeah, it's going to be really big. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. I hope this is fun for you, because it's. I tell you what, it's fun for me. It really is. No, again, it's not doing it. Why is it? It's something about that, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Unless it is. Unless we just try it again. Reset transform. There we go. And then we just center it on screen. Nana's having fun. It's all part of life taming. It really is. It really is definitely not Judah. Thank you so much for that. Oh, no. Why? That's not centered. That is not centered at all. Okay. What we'll do is we'll take the audio down for that. We'll unleash this. That'll be a bit smaller. The anticipation's building. I'm glad you're having fun there, AOL Time Warner. It is to your credit that you are. Oh, look at him. Look at him. What's he doing there? Look at him. That'll have to do. That'll have to do. In the time that I've had, that will have to do. So I hope you enjoy this.
I saw this movie prop in a cool museum. A film star's face turned into a big thumb. I asked my fans whose head it was, and I was shocked to see their replies, because no one knew whose head this is. No one knew their name. No one knew whose head this is, in spite of their fame. Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Henry Winkler.
No.
Will Ferrell.
No.
William Shatner.
No.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Patrick Swayze.
No.
Heath Ledger.
No.
Not Patrick Stewart. Not Bruce Willis. Not Mel Gibson. Not Meryl Streep. Not Tom Hanks. Not Christian Bale. And not my mama. Come on, that's cheap.
No.
No one knew whose head this is. No one knew their name. No one knew whose head this is, in spite of their fame. But Quixote ugly stepped up to the plate when I thought I was truly screwed. They said, "Hey, isn't that Jeff Bridges, aka the dude?" Quixote knew whose head this is. Quixote knew their name. Quixote knew it's Jeff Bridges. Quixote won this game. Quixote knew the face and the name, and probably knew it was from Starman 2. But Quixote, baby, let me tell you this: the only star here, man, is you. Far out.
Worth it. Worth. I'll say it. I'll go on record and say it. Worth it. Worth it. Definitely Quixote roasted. Thank you, TB. Thank you kindly. Quixote roasted me for not knowing. Gosh. Maybe I was too bold to praise Quixote in such a way. Maybe Quixote's you know. So often the way with very clever people is that they just demand people be on their level, right? They demand people being on their level. Wonderful. Nana Hobbob, still kind of think it was Meryl Streep, but I'll take your word for it. Don't take my word for it, Nana Hobbob. You feel free to head to. Is this going to work? Might not. No, it should do. Feel free to pop to the, I can't even remember what it's called. It's a museum in Queens, New York. Yeah? Queens, New York. Why is that not? I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? How sometimes things just don't work. There's no reason why that shouldn't work. But it's a wonderful, what is it called? Museum of Moving Image, maybe? Head into there. Have a little look at the head. Look to the right of the head. There's a little plaque on the wall that says Jeff Bridges. I'm not going to argue with a plaque, okay? AOL Time Warner official, very worth. That was lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Super Nash 18, hello. What a wonderful entrance into the experience, Super Nash 18. Amazing dancing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was pretty pleased with it. Shall we get some answers going? I feel like we should probably get some answers going. Let's do alphabet. Let's there we go. Here we go. The musing, of course. Create and describe a new artistic painting technique. Yeah, kind of tricky. And it has to begin with F. It just has to, guys. It's what the quiz is all. It's what the round is all about. Okay. As we go through these answers here, in which movie did Glenn Close infamously create the phrase "bunny boiler"? Fatal Attraction. Fatal Attraction. She's into you, Michael Douglas, but maybe a little too much. Fatal Attraction. Well done if you got that one right. It's kind of an old film now. My gosh. Some of the hairdos. Question number 2. Which Johann Wolfgang von Goethe novel focuses on a man making a deal with the devil? Making a deal with the devil. It is, of course, Faust. Well done if you got that one right. That could be quite tricky, I think, if you weren't thinking about it in the right way. Mainly what novel focuses on a man making a deal with the devil. That's why I threw in the Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Kind of just to, complicate things a little bit. Sometimes I'm a little stinker, guys, and I make no apologies for it. It will make you better artistes in the long run. Number 3, who was the first actor to portray the Queen in the Netflix series The Crown? It was, of course, the wonderful, the tiny Claire Foy. Claire Foy. Well done, her. Number 4, what musical term can refer to a note that is a semitone lower than a normal note? So you've got a normal note, you've got another note underneath it. What's in between? You could say that, oh, you're sounding a little flat. You're sounding a little flat. B flat is a semitone lower than a B. That's basically what I was going for there. But sometimes questions can be quite difficult to word. And number 5, which UK band's T-shirt became a plot point in a season 3 episode, one of the best seasons, one of the top 10 certainly, of Friends? Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Frankie Says Relax was the T-shirt. So well done if you got those right. Lot of F's there. Lot of F's. F, there's another one for you. Where's the musing? Here we go. Create and describe a new artistic painting technique beginning with F. T.B. Douglas straight in there with flopping. A technique involving dropping your paintbrushes from a height and it flopping onto the page. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. And it works very nicely. It's a kinetic way of working. It's a very... it's one of these ways of working that's kind of partly just setting something up and seeing how things work out. And some would say, well, that's actually kind of a bit lazy. Like, you should go into art with intention. You should have an idea of what you want from that art. Yeah, rather than just, I'm going to set something up and then let's just see what happens. But isn't that what God did with the universe? And if you say, isn't God the original flopper? You tell me. You tell me. Nana Hobob, fart nouveau. A little bit of salty language there from Nana. It's kind of like airbrushing, but with some subtle differences. Nana Hobob, are you suggesting to take some paint as a suppository and guff it all over a canvas of some kind? Because that's interesting. That's interesting. Long-time fans will know that I myself created a new form of art many, many years ago when I did a fart. And again, apologies if there are any young people watching for the quite salty language, but I did a fart and it really smelled like popcorn, even though I hadn't eaten any popcorn recently. That was my anus and sphincter combining, like Lennon and McCartney, to create a new piece of art. And what Nana's saying here is, yeah, we can do that again. A little bit of paint, a little bit of control, and also, kind of importantly, a little bit of a lack of control, letting go of control. In a similar way to TB, just like, we're just going to see what happens. We're just going to see what happens. Fart nouveau. Lovely stuff. Definitely the flail technique. You cover your body. You can wear a swimsuit if you like. I very much appreciate the allowances given for people who either just don't want to deal with the mess or maybe a little bit self-conscious about the body, although a swimsuit obviously isn't going to be hiding your blushes too much, in paint, and flail about on a canvas on the floor. The flail technique, that's nice. That's nice. Kind of like it could be a nice thing to do even second hand, to maybe cover a child in paint and then take them to a shopping centre or a restaurant of some kind and try and induce a tantrum from them, and to see them flailing around and see what does that tantrum look like rendered in paint. Excellent work. AOL Time Warner Official. The Finnish Flick, double F. This isn't category, so you're not going to get double points, but you do get croc points for that, AOL Time Warner. You do get croc points for that, and I commend you for them. Lay your canvas on the ground outside when it is well below freezing. Then flick warm paint into the air. It will freeze on the way down and do something. Again, it's this sense of creation that is so palpable that you don't even really know what you're creating. That's really nice. It's going to do so. What is it going to do? That's art, baby. It's going to do what it does, okay? Just leave it be. I like the use of the environment as well. Kind of using that temperature. Oh, it's cold outside in Finland. We can't do anything outside. Oh, can't we? AOL Time Warner official says. Maybe let's do some painting. How's it going to look at the end? M. Acton. Floofing. Lovely. Just some lovely words here. Collecting the fur that molts and falls off your pet. Cat, etc. That's nice. That's very nice. What do you mean by pet? Oh, a cat, etc. I get it. Then you use said fur to decorate a sculpture or collage of the pet. Oh, okay. Floofing. So it's okay. So you get rid of the fur from the pet and then you recreate the pet. That's a lovely idea. I imagine it would have to be a slightly smaller version. Could I do that with Jesus? I think I probably could. I mean, I'm pretty good at art. Lovely work. Lovely, lovely work. And, you need to get rid of that fur anyway, because, the animal's molting all over the place as 'tis. Could you do it? I mean, it wouldn't be as floofy, but maybe... I mean, kind of animals are doing that already. When a snake sheds... Here's the question. When a snake sheds its skin, is it not floofing? Supernash18, the floss. You do the now obsolete floss dance with a paintbrush in each hand and project paint onto the canvas whilst propelling your arm from side to side. Very timely. A few years ago, apparently. It's not cool anymore, but it was cool. And when it was cool, you could see it painting. Excellent work. Excellent work. Oh, SJBeck72. Fasting. Allow 2.5 minutes for a complete canvas. It could look rubbish, but who cares? It's about the speed. I was thinking you're going to withhold food and drink from yourself, but no. We're going to be just doing it quick. 2.5 minutes, I'll give you a painting. That I like very much. Maybe we should all commit to doing a fasting today. I'm gonna paint something in 2.5 minutes. That's all the time I've got. Maybe we'll all see that on social media this week using the hashtag #NotMeFasting. Maybe. Definitely not due to redeemed Finding Jesus. Points all round, guys. Points all round. We're going to move on to Movie Ladder. And, oh no, we've got to go back to Maine, haven't we? We've got to go back to Maine because of the circumstances of the thing. Let's find Jesus. Timing. Oh, let's sort this out again. Oh. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm pretty pleased about that. Pretty pleased indeed. Definitely not due to dancing to this too. It's been a dance heavy week. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Jesus. Any fallen floof from him? I did give him quite a vigorous brush yesterday. So we're not, but I could pop into the bin, what the Americans would call garbage, and try and retrieve it, create some kind of floofy thing. Maybe we'll see that on social media again this week as well. JRPV20, hello to you. Gosh, lovely to see you. That is one pretty little woof. Very flirty there, and I will accept it. If anybody's not following me on the socials, absolutely feel free to. I just took them down to their bare essentials, the initials. FB, Facebook, IG, Instagram, YT, YouTube. Yeah. Let's get on with Movie Ladder. Here we go. The musing was, of course, aliens come to our planet. You're tasked with organising a group of 4 people to welcome them to Earth and give them the best impression of our big blue marble. You're one of them. Obs. But which 3 celebrities do you choose to join you? Don't say it out loud, guys. I just can't hear it. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. Why don't you, while we go through this movie ladder? Here we go. Here's our ladder. For those of you who are only just tuning in, you've got mere seconds to make your choices here while we go through the answers. Asteroid City and Elvis. Asteroid City marks the first time that this famous actor has stepped foot on a Wes Anderson set. It is, of course, Mr. Tom Hanks. The wonderful Tom Hanks. And in Elvis, he was Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager and the villain of the piece, I do believe. And I had an accent that if he didn't speak like that in real life, you really would think that's not really on. Elvis and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was Elvis himself, Austin Butler, first showed up in my world in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, playing a very handsome guy at Charles Manson's ranch who gets absolutely doffed in the face by Brad Pitt. Speaking of Brad Pitt, oh no, it's Margot Robbie. It's Margot Robbie. What I've done is I've fallen into the same trap that I set for you guys. Because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Babylon, Brad Pitt is in both of them. Oh, so could he go here as well? No, because Babylon and Fight Club, that's where Brad goes. So if any of you, and please do let me know, if any of you started writing Brad Pitt there and then crossed out Brad Pitt to write Margot Robbie, please do let me know, because I will take a great deal of pride from that. That was calculated. And Fight Club and Moonrise Kingdom, it is, of course, Brad's co-fighter in Fight Club. It is Edward Norton. So well done if you got any or all of them correct. Some of them are a little bit tricky. Oh, lots of stuff going on here. 1 point for each of those you got correct. The musing is about the aliens, the welcome crew that you're bringing to welcome the aliens. Hey guys, this is Earth. And this is who we got. Yeah. Welcome, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Definitely not due to goes with Michelle Obama, Keanu Reeves, Lizzo. Going with empathy here, yeah? Michelle Obama wants everybody to be the healthiest that we can be. Keanu Reeves wants people to just be a little bit kinder, a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more chill. And Lizzo just wants people to have a good time all the time and love themselves, yeah? That's a great choice. That's a great trio. And then definitely is there just to say, hey, it's not all plain sailing. Okay, sometimes we rock out hard and we end up going in mosh pits and punching people that we've never met in the face. Then we hug afterwards. It's kind of weird. Airwell Time Warner official, Thunberg, Yousafzai, Ocasio-Cortez. Going political here. Youth, political, these 3 young women marching the they've got everybody in their best interests, you know. They want the planet to survive, they want people to survive, they want the poor to survive, they want young girls to survive and thrive. Do they hate CEOs? That's up to you. Did they make any jokes this week about the submarine? I don't know. Thunberg loves a boat, but she goes about it in a slightly more safe way, I would say. Slightly safer. That's great, though. Powerful. They'd all break your heart, though. I don't want you... I mean, I hate to editorialize here, but they will all break your heart. Yeah? You think they're into you, but then it turns out they're not really that into you. They're just using you because you had a cool car. They just wanted lifts everywhere. They'd do it. They're not above it. T.B. Douglas. AOC explain politics and the world. Another vote for AOC there. Jane Goodall explaining the natural world. Jane Goodall, that's a wonderful, wonderful thought. Fantastic stuff. And Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie representing the arts. Not sure what I'd contribute, but I'd have a good time. That's what you're there to represent, okay? It can't all be about like, oh yeah, this is all the, sometimes you're just having a, hey, Alien, obviously this is great. Thank you, ladies. Sometimes what we do is we have a 16-second chill dance party. Yeah? Would you like to join me? What would you say, Mr. or Mrs. or Senor? Is that gender neutral? I don't know. Just Alien, would you like to join me in a 16-second chill dance party? Yeah, that's right. That's just as important, yeah? Definitely not dude who fell into the pit trap. Well done, Notme. Well done, Notme. It's those things, for the quizmasters of the world, that's what gets us excited, yeah? That's what gets that old blood pumping. Wonderful stuff. Thank you for letting me know. I'll take a croc point on that, thank you. Nana Hobbob goes, Cage, Goldblum and Duchovny. I'm sure they would handle it well. Duchovny's been there before. Very understanding of aliens. Goldblum's been there before. # Independence Day. Nic Cage. Has he ever dealt with aliens, Nic Cage? Knowing? Was that Nick? He must have. He's done 500 movies. He must have. What have we got? Just give me IMDb, Bing. Come on, Bing. You're better than this, Bing. Here we go. Any, Color Out of Space. The Cthulhu kind of vibe. Strange meteorite. That's not really aliens, though, is it? I mean, am I going crazy here, guys? Is it kind of bananas that he hasn't dealt with aliens before? Left Behind. I mean, that's kind of God more than aliens. Season of the Witch. That's obviously witches. Astro Boy. I mean, that's just a voice role. I'm not going to count that. I mean, unless somebody can prove me wrong, I feel like he's never dealt with aliens, and that's kind of blowing my mind. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Great choice. He's never dealt with them before, but by God, he knows how to handle things. Greta Thunberg, Lucy Liu, says SJ Beck 72, and Judi Dench, the champion of actors. Excellent work, SJ Beck 72, and very community specific, which I do appreciate. M. Acton goes with Paul McCartney, Jacinda Ardern, and Daniel Day Kim. I mean, just get them together. Just get them on a wonderful Graham Norton couch. The Pitfall, absolutely, Nana. That's lovely. Yeah, absolutely. You've fallen into the pitfalls. That's great. Cage himself is an alien. Could be argued. If they did that thing in Men in Black where they had him up on a wall, you'd say a little on the nose. A little on the nose. Jiu-jitsu. It's kind of an alien robot thing, I think. That movie was bonkers. Jiu-jitsu. I'm just going to do a find and replace for jitsu. Jiu-jitsu. He plays Wiley. Let's have a look. Every 6 years, an ancient order of jiu-jitsu fighters joins forces to battle a vicious race of alien invaders. But when a celebrated war hero goes down in defeat, the fate of the planet of mankind hangs in the balance. Yep. Nana, you've got it. One of the absolute best Dimitri Logothetis films. Wonderful. Points all round. Great choices all round, guys. Really, really nice stuff. And then finally we had Who Dat Artiste. I'm excited about this one, guys. I'm excited. Describe a photo. Tell me how you'd photobomb it. Nice and simple. Get it in the chat. As we go through the answers here. Number 1. Who's that? Who am I photobombing there? 50 or over. Halle Berry. Good Lord. 50. You mad? No. I'm mad about her. She's great. Number 2. Marissa Tomei. Looking a little pensive. Although it's difficult. On red carpets, it must be very difficult. Maintain a natural smile when you're just smiling to 50 different people. And you've never met them. You don't know what their deal is. Number 3, we have the wonderful, the British, the slightly plummy Elizabeth Hurley. There she is. In all her glory. Number 4, photobombing a photo with a photo. This guy. What I did is I didn't give you all of the face. Biggest clue I gave you the arm, the wonderful arms of Angela Bassett, the incredible arms of Angela Bassett. How old is Angela Bassett? 64. I got nothing. And number 5, the trickiest one of all of these. It looks like Notme was a little bit late to this one, maybe just running into frame and obscuring the beautiful face of Ms. Christine Baranski. Well done if you got that one right. Big Bang Theory, Mamma Mia. She in that Sybil Shepherd sitcom from years ago. Wonderful stuff. The musing was, describe a photo, then tell me how you'd photobomb it. I'm very intrigued to see how you're going to interpret this, because this is, like I say, it's kind of nuts. Definitely not Duda. A photo of Tom Holland and Zendaya on the red carpet. I pop up behind them wearing a spider hat. Excellent. We're going back to me. This one wasn't working, was it? See, I need to remember to... How was it? So that one works. That one does work now. Okay. So spider hat. I don't know what we're going to get with this. A hat with a kind of, with a spider on it. I was hoping for more of an actual... I want legs coming out the side, personally speaking. This is more what I was interested in. I wonder if this is the thought that you had, definitely. This is certainly more where my head went. Kind of a beanie with or like this kid. He is certainly... You want to talk about someone photobombing? Oh, no, that's all gone wrong. Where is he now? Look at this kid. He has bombed his fair share of photos in his day. My word. Spooky spider hat. Love it. I think that'd be great. And obviously because they, both involved in the Spider-Man franchise, I assume is where your head was at. Definitely. Lovely work. Lovely work. AOL Time Warner official, David Zaslav. Could we be getting a little bit personal here? AOL Time Warner official. Some kind of smarmy black tie event. I called it, guys. I called it. You heard me call it. A little bit of professional jealousy here from AOL Time Warner official. I'm certainly not going to tell you that you can't do this. I'm certainly not going to be that guy. I would photobomb it with a disc of AOL version 7 and yell, "You would be nothing without me." So this is a photobomb of vindication, I suppose. A very emotional photobomb. A lot of the time a photobomb is it's a jape. It's Tom Holland and Zendaya, I'm wearing a spider hat. Aren't we all friends? But sometimes that photobomb comes from a very real place. Yeah. This is a photobomb that is designed, I think, to really right some wrongs. Yeah? To really say, hey, David Zaslav, what about AOL Time Warner official? Yeah? Where would you be, sir? Absolutely fine with that. Definitely not Duda. Yes, legs. Obviously you want the big legs. TB Douglas, a photo in front of the Lizzie Borden house. Where's the Lizzie Borden house? I'd photobomb by dressing as an old-timey woman in the window posing as a ghost. TB creating... Oh my gosh. Creating a narrative here. Lizzie Borden house. Whoa. Can we picture TB here? Can we picture TB in the window? Where, I mean, obviously we don't know what TB looks like, but some kind of, and if you're posing as Lizzie Borden, it's the hair's up, it's one of the high collar things, just wandering slightly. I murdered people, that kind of thing. I'm getting chills, TB. So that's an excellent... Again, it's a photobomb with purpose and with a story behind it, with an intention, and I like that. Nana Hobob, Jeff Bezos taking a selfie from the moon or something, and I would be behind him with a sign that hopefully humbles him in some way. Good for you, or something. Yeah. What I appreciate about this one is, again, creating these stories, creating these narratives. The idea of Nana paying an exorbitant amount of money, one would imagine, to get up to space, or enrolling in some kind of astronaut or cosmonaut type training facility to earn the right to get up there. That's years of your life. And then to have to hold a sign behind somebody in a photo, that shows commitment. But also for that sign to be as subtle as a good for you, as kind of benign. It's not making it's not an AOL Time Warner official photobomb, if I might say. It's very passive, but there's so much effort that has gone to. I mean, if you're going all the way up to space to hold a sign, people should read that sign. People should really read that sign, because you have sacrificed a heck of a lot for that. And if what they're reading is good for you, and they're like, oh, yeah, he's got him there. This is a silly thing to do. But didn't he do that as well? There's a lot of layers to it. Excellent work. Excellent. M. Acton, the press pap, a group of aliens who land on Earth. M. Acton, just weaving it all together like Ariadne. Just about to welcome them to the Earth. Ohana, whilst Paul McCartney plays Obla Di Obla Da on the ukulele in the style of that cute viral smiley ukulele kid. Interesting that that's the Paul McCartney song that you go for. Absolutely fine. Jacinda Ardern performs a modest hula routine of welcome. She'd do it. She'd do it. Up for a laugh. Up for a laugh. I photobombed the pic by trying to get a selfie with them as this amazing meeting happens, but I end up just looking like the guy who looks like a thumb. It's all just woven in, M. Acton. It's all just woven in. And you know what? It's all perfect. It's all perfect. Excellent. Excellent work, one and all. You've got all the points you're going to get this week, guys. All the points. What, really? There's more. Sorry. I'm getting in my ear that there's more. Could it possibly be? Yeah. Minute to win it, guys. Minute to win it. These 2 points could be all important. All important. I'm going to give you a category. You just need to let me know what of that category I'm thinking of, yeah? You need to mind meld with me in the fine tradition of the Vulcans, I believe. And if you can do that, then you will truly be a better artiste, yeah? It's all about empathy. It's all about getting inside somebody else's mind. Again, to honor those tragic billionaires who lost their lives, what I'm going to say is the topic, very simply, sea movies. Movies with a connection to the sea. Movies that are largely set at sea, centering on the sea. Obviously, I haven't done Titanic, definitely not Duda. That's terrible. That would be so mean of me to do Titanic. Gosh. I think so poorly of... And you, Nana Hobbob. Gosh, thinking so poorly of me. That would be tantamount to a joke. That would be like Netflix bringing Titanic back to streaming services for July, which is something that they actually have done. But that's, you know. What else have we got? Deep Blue Sea, lovely. Finding Nemo, Life Aquatic, Free Willy, Blue Crush. A little bit of Jessica Alba, I believe. Jaws, lovely. Point Break, yes. The Meg, Hunt for Red October, Dead Calm, Castaway, Poseidon Adventure, Blue Crush, Jaws, In the Deep, Moana, lovely. Jaws 2, The Meg again, The Shallows, Master and Commander, The Little Mermaid, Pirates of the Caribbean, Fool's Gold, yes, with Kate Hudson, looking very thin on the box art for that one. That felt good for me. Thunderball, Nano Hobbob, yeah. I mean, Super Nashwan 8, you went with Jaws 2. Didn't think to go for Jaws 3 or Jaws Revenge? No? 47 meters down, yes. Waterworld, that's a good one, definitely. Pitch Perfect 3, sure. It's exciting, guys. Obviously, as I said last time, it adds a little something when people don't get it every week. Because then that means when people do get it, it's all the more meaningful. But I kind of like it when people get it. And someone got it. Wait, are we going to... Here's our plug. Are we ready? Still going, M. Acton, Das Boot, Yellow Submarine, Castaway. Gosh, still coming in. It's not 3/4 of an hour to win it, guys. Let's try and get these in a timely fashion. But you didn't need to keep on guessing, SJ Beck 72. You already got the Poseidon Adventure. Yes! The Poseidon Adventure. 1972. Ensemble cast including 5 Oscar winners. Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Jack Albertson, Shelley Winters, and Red Buttons. Well done, SJ Beck 72. An extra 2 points. Beautiful, beautiful work. Everybody's happy. That's lovely to see, guys. That's lovely to see. The congratulations. Could be bitter. Could be bitter that it wasn't you. But you're not. You're taking it on the chin and you're cheering on a fellow smarty. So well done you. That's lovely stuff. Whilst we get our scores, I'm a little bitter. AOL Time Warner official. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. We learned that from your David Zaslav dig earlier. Absolutely fine. So let's get your scores in the chat. If you want to express your score and your feelings about your performance through emotes, feel free to do that as well. But whilst you tot up your scores, I want to remind you that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself, guys. There's no point threshold to being smart. If you have got all the questions correct that you realistically could have expected to get, then you are smart. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others. Lovely, lovely work. Lovely work there, TB. Thank you. Because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful. Lovely Super Meat Boy stuff there. When you say, yeah, that's great. And if you think your performance today was great, then that was great. No two ways about it. If you're watching this on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below. I would love to hear how you did. Let's see what we've got. 12 for me today, says TB. Fabulous, fabulous work. 9 from SJ Beck 72, almost cracking those double figures. Well done, you. 10 for Nana Hobbobs. This is a tricky one then, was it? This is a tricky one? Yeah, quite a tricky one. Definitely not due to 16. Could have fooled definitely not Duda. Saying it was a tricky one. M. Acton with 11. AOL Time Warner official with a 10. And Super Nashwan 8 with a 10. Well done one and all, guys. You are smart. You are smart. And the flipping one of the emotes, the animated one that is still pending, is a little I am smart emote. And it's gonna absolutely be, this will be the time. This will be the time to unleash it upon the world. But we'll have to wait till next week for that. Well done all, says M. Acton, and I wholeheartedly cannot... I encourage that and I respect that and I agree with it. You are smart, says definitely 100%. 100%. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I hope you enjoyed there's a new round just waiting, just dangling, waiting for somebody to cut it down. Be that the high point scorer, which is definitely not Duda, or be that Lady Luck. We've also got the new emotes coming for next week. There might be another new round coming for next week. I'm percolating with a lot of good ideas here. So there could be a lot of stuff coming up. Have a wonderful week, everybody. I'm Notme. I am Art. I hope you'll join me same time next week, same place. Wowzers, TB. Excellent work. Where you'll have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, yeah, baby, I am smart. Farewell, smarties. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching and engaging. Cheers.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart,